Here's the Angel Interceptor. Right, I've got the undercar skis on them. Now they were on, there's no filler in them, that's fine. But what I have done is, one of the little annoyances with this thing is that when you see it on the ground, there is no wheel well or undercarriage well. I've actually put it on this one here. That was just one of my little annoyances, that little niggle. Where does the wheel go? The door's down, so where's the wheel well? Anyway, I've done that now. I've also sprayed up black in the engines, and there's these holes here that have been sprayed back. I've got to mask these up and then spray the white. That's tomorrow. I'm going to let that fully dry. As you can see, I've sprayed the cockpit up as well with the new lighter green, and I've covered that over with a bit of masking tape to keep the white out. Hi everyone, Angel Interceptor. As you can see, I've got on quite a bit with it now. All the filling's been done and sanding. I've got rid of all the joint line. There was a little joint line. When I looked on the video, I could see the joint line still just down the centre, so I've redone that. And now you can't see it at all. But what you can see is the pre-shading that I put on the model as well. Now, what I did is actually put 2 coats of primer on this. The first coat never covered the grey up too well. And I used matte white Tamiya as a primer for this. So I put 2 coats of that on, and then I pre-shaded it. Now my pre-shading came out pretty bad. It really did. It was awful. Thick black lines all over the place, and I couldn't get my spray down fine enough. I need to practice with that spray gun a bit more. However, I was going to wipe it off and start again, but I thought, let's just try, see what it comes out like. And after 2 top coats of paint, I think you can. It's taken the pre-shading down, right down, because this is dry now. This is. I put a gloss white humble acrylic gloss white. I've thinned this down and gave it 2 coats of that over the top, and very lightly. And the first time I done it, the black came through about half the density as it was before. I thought, alright, let's put another coat on and see what it comes out like, and it's come out and it's just visible on here, so it makes it more like a real aircraft with the pre-shading on. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I am gonna leave it like that. I like it. I like that. The next thing to do is to mask this up when it's dry in the morning. I'll give it overnight to really cure off nice and hard, and I'll do the red on here. There's a thin red band on the decals, or that goes down the centre here. I may mask up and spray that on rather than have the decal on there. The other thing is the intakes here. I masked up with the Maskell, humble Maskell, and I've done the inlet vent back edges. I've masked them up with Maskell as well. I've got to get in there and peel that off. But I'm going to leave that on there for a while because I've got some red to spray around the intake here. There's some red to go on the tips of here and on the front undercut. I've also, I don't know whether I've shown you this before, I've put a wheel well on the front of it. When you look at the Captain Scarlet videos, you see this sitting on there, and then you see it turn like this in the air. You do not see any wheel well at all. You don't even see the panel lines in there. I've also put panel lines just behind it, where the pilot seat goes in. Because in the videos, if you haven't seen the videos, what happens is, because it's on a flight deck, and the whole ship, the flight deck, is actually a ship flying in the air. The pilots come up in an elevator lift that goes into the cockpit. Now, the elevator lift is part of the aircraft. It's got the main seat on it where it's in the ready room. So they go into the seat, strap themselves in, and the elevator then takes them up and it clips into the bottom of the fuselage. On the videos, you never see the panel lines for those there. You don't see the panel lines for the wheel well. When it's on the deck, you sometimes get to see it. It's like that on the deck as you look it up to it. You never see the wheel well at all. Now the front leg does actually go into it, and it's got a door on it. So I've actually put the wheel well on there. The pre-shading on this makes it into more like an aircraft of the future that is actually a flying aircraft, not a TV animated program type one. So make it a bit more realistic. There will be some weathering patterns on this. I think I've got to do the guns. You've got 3 guns either side that come out the nose. That side, Bonson's here and here, and you've got another gun on top here that fires out, the main gun. And if I remember rightly, one's like a cannon. The main one in the centre here is like a cannon. The side ones are like machine guns. I'll have to get the videos out. They're in another wardrobe in the other room. I say wardrobe. It's like I've got a lounge with a cupboard built into the wall with a door. So it's like a wardrobe, but it's quite deep as well. It's a double door width inside, but there's only a single door to get in there. All my anime's in there. All my anime videos are in there. So that's as far as I've got so far. So I'm going to say for now, good night. Keep up the modelling. Bye for now.